All right, guys, day 4. We are getting so close, and you have done such an amazing job sticking with me thus far. Hopefully, you've gotten a big dose of inspiration and maybe a medium sized kick in the butt around one or two of these subjects. I'm certainly not opposed to doing a bit of loving butt kicking here and there, because that's what a challenge is supposed to be, right? And speaking of butt kicking, during my Facebook Live on the first day of the challenge, we talked a little bit about the S word being sales. Sales is a really tough topic, and as most of you know by now, it's also something I feel pretty passionately about. Not because I'm some sort of born used car salesman, but because, thanks to the used car salesman of the world, sales gets a really bad rap. But what we are as photographers and small business owners, like it or not, is salespeople. We sell photographs. But really, we sell a lot more than photos. We sell a feeling. When someone contacts us, what they say they want is photos, but what they're asking for is expert guidance to get them this feeling that they want and that they've gotten a taste of vicariously when they see our photos of other people. And trying to hire someone to give you a feeling, that's a pretty vulnerable situation for a lot of people. It requires trust. On day 1, we talked about marketing, which is step 1 in establishing trust. We're getting in front of people and we're showing up consistently. On day 2, we talked about pricing. And the funny thing about pricing that a lot of people don't think about is that it also has the power to instill trust. Or not. One of the threads in the Facebook group was someone talking about how they keep getting inquiries from people who ultimately tell them that they're too expensive, and then they go with a cheaper photographer. And one of the comments was from someone else who said that they have found that when they were priced in the lower bracket in their area, they were dealing with the same issue, people complaining about their pricing. But when they bumped their prices way up, they were surprised to find that all of a sudden those complaints disappeared. And I would add to that when you're charging really low rates, you will likely get a lot of clients telling you what they want you to do, trying to art direct the session and that sort of thing. But when your prices are higher, all of a sudden no one's doing that anymore. Why would that be? If people pay more money, don't they want more control? The surprising answer is no. When you charge higher prices, it signals the people who hire you that you are an expert and you know what you're doing. It adds a layer of trust. So then on day 3, we talked about communication and the trust that your client feels when they know what to expect, when they know what it is that they are getting and what it is that they're not getting. And all of those things, marketing, pricing, communication, they all lead the client to a point where if you've done your job and they trust you, you need to sell to them. That's what they want. It's why they reached out to you in the first place. They want what you're offering, and now they trust you to deliver it to them. All you need to do is guide them through the process. And that process is sales. Creating a path from where your client is to where they want to be, to the feeling they want to have, to the photos on their walls and the smile on their face when they look at those photos and they feel the love and connection in their family or the joy of their wedding day or the devotion of their pet or whatever it is that they wanted and you offered. And being able to approach sales and making money as a photographer successfully really comes down to mindset and whether you approach it as something to be ashamed about or excited to do for someone. Because the bad rap that selling gets comes from its evil twin, swindling. People don't distrust used car salesmen because they sell cars. They distrust them because they are known to swindle people out of their money. And if you act shameful or embarrassed or apologetic about selling, whether it's telling people your prices or offering them prints that cost 100 times what the print at the local drugstore costs, something deep inside them is going to put up a red flag and tell them they're being swindled. On the other hand, if you've worked hard to establish and maintain trust and you stand behind your work and your products and you sell from a place of pride and knowing that you're providing something of real value to your clients, they will happily buy and they will feel great about their purchase. As you know, today's assignment is that you either watch or schedule time to watch my mini course on the Simple Sales System. That system was basically my way of turning all the things that we're talking about this week, marketing, pricing, communication, sales, and the client experience, into a workflow that operates on near autopilot in my business. I set up all the dominoes at the beginning so that I just have to be there to kind of start the process and ensure that it's running smoothly for each of my clients. And I have been so excited to start sharing that system with other people in the industry because although I knew it was working for me, now I know it has the power to work for a lot of other people. They're seeing results in the form of higher sales, better booking rates, and way easier workflows. And that is amazing. So I'm really excited for you to watch it and see if you think it might work for you too. But I'm going to switch gears here for just a minute before I send you off to do that because we're talking trust and sales. And I want to give you all a heads up that during tomorrow's masterclass, which is happening in place of my normal lesson and Facebook Live, I'm going to be offering you the opportunity to purchase something from me. And the last thing that I want to do is have any of you feel blindsided by that. This challenge is absolutely free and it doesn't come with any obligation at all, and I hope that you feel like it has lots of value all on its own. That has certainly been my intention as I was putting it together. But it is also a means of establishing trust. You may not have known me before this week, and certainly if you didn't, you wouldn't have had any reason to buy anything from me. But maybe during this challenge you found that what I have to offer is valuable. And if you do, then I think you might be really excited about this offer because it's essentially all this and a lot more. It is my very best attempt to give you the feelings that I know that a lot of you want: clarity, confidence, and step-by-step guide to achieving the goals that you've set for yourselves in the shortest period of time possible. But whether you have any intention of buying anything or not, I want you to continue to trust that I am here for you, and I hope you'll finish the challenge strong and join me for the masterclass, because the client experience is the glue that ties all of this together. And I saved some of the very best stuff for last. And of course, there's the matter of being registered to win the amazing prizes that are up for grabs to people who complete the challenge. So do your homework, and I will see you live at 2:30 this afternoon.